Good morning, American people. I say good morning. It doesn't matter what time you have an opportunity to listen to this. The good morning is for the fact that this is the start of the first day of when we as people need to get out and support President Barack Obama. Since coming into office, President Barack Obama's agenda has been to help the less fortunate people. I'm calling those people the have-nots. In this world that we live in, it has always been divided by two, the haves and the have-nots. For those of you who don't understand what I'm saying, if you are not a millionaire, you are not in the group of haves. You are in the group of have-nots. And have-nots cannot take anything from other have-nots. The haves, be it the Republican administration or the wealthy, have convinced so many of the have-nots that by President Obama giving have-nots a medical insurance, that they are taking something from you. This is not true. His agenda has been to help all of us. Everything that has been set into motion that has been blocked by the haves is to help the have-nots. A perfect example of the games that are played. They call the health care plan Obamacare. What president signed into law Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, welfare? Why is no president's name used to define those programs? Only the health care plan that President Obama signed into law. One other thing the have-nots need to look at. From the beginning, they have said that President Obama is leading this country in a direction that someone doesn't want it to go. They call it socialism. The haves know from the beginning of this country's foundation that it has never been pure capitalistic, that it is capitalism and socialism. Programs such as Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, welfare are programs that were designed for those in the have-not category. I don't remember hearing anyone calling those programs socialism programs. They call them social programs, of which the Republican administration now wants to cut. If they cut these programs, who do they affect? The have-nots. We must get out, sign up for elections. We must stop this. We must send the haves, the Republican congressmen, senators, the candidates for president, Mitt Romney, Paul Ryan. We must pack their suitcases and send them home. They are not going to help the have-nots. They keep telling us that they are business people and that they know all about starting businesses. We all know that businesses are about making money. They will cut jobs. They will not give raises because it keeps money from being in their pocket. They were totally aboard with the idea of sending jobs out of this country because the labor was cheaper, because they could get tax breaks. And now they have the nerve to come back and say businesses need more money. The destruction of this country came about during the 8 years of the Republican administration, where jobs were sent overseas. Your jobs were sent overseas. If you have no job, you can't make purchases. They are destroying this country with the help of people who are not supporting President Barack Obama. They have the audacity now to come back and say, businesses need more tax breaks. The wealthy need more tax breaks. Have-nots. This is so that they can stockpile more millions and billions up for them. It wasn't enough to get million-dollar bonuses. It wasn't enough for the tax breaks. Now they're saying they need more. And in order for them to get more, they're saying, hey, give up some of your Social Security. Give up some of your Medicare. Give up some of your Medicaid. You welfare people, work for what you get. The Republican nominee for president says, basically, I got mine, you get yours. That is the attitude of the haves. And I say haves, but we all know that there are many wealthy people who are in support of the have-nots. They support President Barack Obama. One more interesting thing. A lot of talk has been about the actor Clint Eastwood and about how he gave his speech at the Republican Party. I remember at the start of Clint Eastwood's career on Rawhide, when his character's name was Rowdy Yates. Rowdy Yates was known to always rush into things without thinking them through. In the television series, Gil Favor always said, "Whoa, wait a minute, we need to think this through." That was a television program. At the Republican convention, there was no Gil Favor to say to Mr. Eastwood, "Whoa, stop. You're rushing in. Think this through." The fact of the matter is, Mr. Eastwood's speech on the stage when he requested one chair, he should have had two chairs. One chair should have had the name haves. The second chair should have had the names have-nots. The have-nots would have wanted Mr. Eastwood to ask the haves, why have you destroyed this country? How many millions and how many lifetimes can you live to spend these millions? $250 million? That's a lot of millions and that's a lot of lifetimes. How many houses? How many cars do you need to spend all of this money? They would have also asked Mr. Eastwood to ask the haves, how dare you come to us again and say you need more tax breaks at the expense of the have-nots? It is time for the have-nots to take the blinders off their eyes. It doesn't matter what color you are, be it Caucasian, African American, Hispanics, Orientals, American Indians. The only thing that separates you from the haves and the have-nots is to be a millionaire. If you are not a millionaire, your color will not put you in the haves category. You are of the have-nots. And I say to you today, this is why I started off good morning. Today is the day that all have-nots, all colors in the United States support President Barack Obama. One last thing. and food for thought. If there are programs that need to be cut, because right now the United States, it's not healthy. And I think of this as your home. If you lack the ability to have a shelter and food, would you take that food and give it to someone else when your family is starving? If you are going to be healthy, the United States needs to pull back from foreign aid money. Put that foreign aid money into this country so that the citizens of this country become healthy and have jobs. Once we become healthy, then we can in turn help those that are less fortunate. But to ask, as the Republican Party is stating, to cut Social Security, to cut Medicare, to cut Medicaid, to change the welfare system, and then send billions of dollars out of this country to help foreign countries when we are in dire need ourselves, lacks, in my opinion, common sense. And we need to deal with common sense. So again, in closing, I say, have-nots, join together. We must fight against what the Republican and the wealthy are attempting to do to us once again. Thank you.